little bit of chatter, not too bad though. What is going on, guys? We are back again with another, the lighting's weird, back again with another video on the Mustang. I was just going over all the fluids and everything like that. I'm a little low on oil, not too big of a deal, I'll grab some. But today what we're going to be talking about is this right here. So this was a McLeod RST. You guys can see that obviously is a stock clutch, like very obviously. That only means that it can be in the car now, which it is in the car, and that's what I'm going to go over today. I actually didn't install it myself. I was going to, but then it was starting to turn into a bigger hassle than what I wanted it to be. And it's easier to pay someone $500 to put it in than spend I was gonna not have the car for 3 days maybe, because they had it for 2 days. So I guarantee it probably would have took me 3 days to get this done by myself. And that's one more thing, I was gonna do it by myself. I didn't really have anyone to help me. I decided to bite the bullet, pay the $500, and get the clutch put into the car. And that's because it's kind of coming down to crunch time with this supercharger stuff. So as you guys can see, I have the Paxton 2200 SL. There's going to be a slight issue with that. So the issue I'm coming across right now is the tuning. The EPA or whatever it's called is cracking down on all these tuners. I'm tuned by Lund and I want to stay on Lund, but I have an SCT tuner and they're not going to be tuning on that past March 15th. So I have 2 weeks to put this thing in. But on top of that, I can't buy a different tuner because the only other one that I could get was the it's not technically HP tuners, but it's the N-Gauge. Everybody knows what the N-Gauge is. It's the better one. But N-Gauge shut down due to the EPA, whatever, cracking down on them too. There's rumors going around that it's they got raided, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I don't know what the true story is. I don't think really anybody does except for those people. But rumors keep going around. But either way, the N-Gauge is not being made and Lund is not tuning on the SCT X4. There are alternatives. I just tried that 5 times. I don't know why I can't say that. But there are some different things I can do. HP Tuners does make another tuning device. I forgot what it was called. It's the RST. No, that's my clutch. I don't even know. It's RXT or something like that. I don't know. That might be a clutch. I think that's the other one upgraded from mine. HP Tuners does make another one, and that's what Lund will tune on. But then that goes into another $800 tune when I literally just got an $800 tune. If I was to use the SCT, it's going to be $400 or $500. So as you guys can see, I would rather maybe crunch time, get the supercharger in, pay the $400 rather than $800. And if I was going to install the clutch myself, that sets things back, and I may not have been able to put the supercharger in time, which that still is a very big possibility because I do not have many free days with work, school, all that stupid stuff. But I'm going to try to get it put in within maybe 2 days. Next week I have 2 days off work in a row. Usually I have 1 day off, randomly throughout the week. But next week I have 2 days off in a row, so I'm going to try to squeeze that in and get everything done. Now, with that being said, on crunch time, I will not have oil pump gears in the car, and I know that's the biggest no-no, but that's gonna have to come later down the line, which does suck. I'm just gonna have to be easy on the car. The point of this video is to drive this car around, get a review on it. I just wanted to update you guys because I haven't made a video in a while. So basically, it was just a quick update. I want to tell you guys everything that's going on and why the stuff is not done. It's basically down to the tuning and getting all this stuff done. It's hard to crunch it all in such a short time frame. It just sucks that all this stuff is happening right now. But I guess I can start with how much I like the RST. My old clutch was bad, but it wasn't horrible. I can show you guys that here in a second. The flywheel's all messed up because I did learn manual on this car. The gears altogether feel a lot better. They feel they're engaging a little better. Before it was kind of getting stiff to going between the gears. It's kind of how I knew my clutch was going out. It's gonna take a little while to get used to. The engagement point is almost all the way at the top, which is so weird. I looked it up and that's normal. There's a little bit of chatter in the low RPMs. I've literally drove the car 1 mile, so I don't have a big review. I'm gonna strap the GoPro on my head here in a second, drive the car around because I gotta put 500 miles on this thing anyway. I'm gonna strap the GoPro on my head, let the car warm up, and then we'll go for our drive. Okay, so we're in the car. I'm just gonna drive around pretty easily. If you guys can hear it, I don't know if you can hear it over the car. This car is so loud, but there's a little bit of chatter at the low RPMs. Not too big of a deal. I honestly don't care. My headers kind of fix that problem, along with basically being straight piped. Can't really hear it a little bit, but not too big of a deal. And really, I don't care that much because I knew it was gonna happen anyway. But the engagement on this clutch is so much different from the stock one. It is way too light. I actually start my car in 2nd gear, and a lot of the 373 guys, that's the rear end, whatever, the gear ratio, the 373 gears, 1st gear is literally so short. So most of these guys with these 373 gears, we all start it in 2nd. If you're on flat ground, we usually just start in 2nd. If you're on a slight hill or anything, I start in 1st. But almost every other time I'll start in second, and that's because the gear ratio is so short that it really doesn't matter. I have no clue where I'm going. I'm literally just driving around. I gotta get miles on this clutch, so I thought I might as well shoot a video, because I haven't shot a video in a while either. I can try to start this thing in first, see if it starts a little better. I don't know. I keep almost stalling it because the engagement is different. It is what it is. I'll learn over time. I don't know. This is my first manual car, so it's not like I was real used to 6 million different clutches anyway. This thing's so easy to push in though. I swear you could probably push this in with like your hand. This is kind of like the first, I feel like I'm learning manual again. When I first started driving the car, I was always so nervous of like stalling it and everything. And that's exactly how I feel right now. I feel like I'm gonna look like an idiot stalling it out. I feel like I'm roasting the clutch a little bit too, or I'm riding the clutch, not roasting it. I'm riding the clutch a little bit, but I don't know. I just gotta learn it. I gotta stop freaking out so bad. It's really not that big of a deal. Only thing that's gonna affect is my wallet if I do roast this clutch up. So at the end of the day, not gonna affect anybody. I always just feel like I'm being like watched by everyone, which literally isn't true whatsoever. Might as well bust a U-turn right now. Actually, can't even bust a U-turn. That is not a place to do that. I never have any clue where I'm going. A little bit of chatter, not too bad though. I'm not supposed to take the RPMs over like 4-ish, 5. That's for about 500 miles. I'm at 7160 right now, 600. I'm at 71,670 miles. Around 72,000 is when I'll start beating on the clutch, or just beating on the car in general, because hopefully I will be supercharged by then. Stuff like this is so easy to record because I'm literally just driving around, trying to get a feel for the clutch. I actually really do like the clutch. I kind of have like mixed emotions on it because it is so soft, but hopefully the spring will fix it. I took out the spring yesterday just to see what it feels like, and it felt 6 million times better, but I don't want the slave cylinder, whatever it is, whatever that guy was saying. I've seen like 2-3 people say their slave cylinder started leaking, or master cylinder, one of the two. It started leaking after they took out the helper spring, which that is quite literally the last thing I want to do. It would suck. I'm being super easy on this clutch. I feel like I could probably bang gears with this clutch because it takes like no effort. So the amount of time that it would have taken for me to push that one in, I feel like it probably took, I know it's gonna be milliseconds, but me pushing this clutch all the way in and like just shifting down, I feel like I'll be able to just, I don't know, get it a tad bit quicker. The gears in here, 10 times easier to like shift gears. It was starting to get a little stiff just from it being like worn out or whatever. Everything I got in the car, I had the throwout bearing, slave cylinder, what else? Flywheel, the clutch itself, of course, braided steel clutch line. I think that's about it. Oh, I had the ARP flywheel bolts, which that doesn't really affect anything, but I had all that stuff thrown in the car. They actually said they had kind of a hard time. My exhaust is all the way welded through, then a dowel got stuck as well. So if this would have been like something I had to deal with, that would have really sucked. I have like the worst luck when it comes to this stuff, and doing it by myself, it would have sucked so bad. Basically, it would have been more of a pain than it was to get like the $500 to just spend on it. Actually, I think it was $615.25. I have the receipt like right next to me. So it was $615. I got quoted like $500, or it was like a rough estimate around $500. He's like, it's like a 5-hour install, whatever. It'll be like around $500, give or take like 100. And I was like, okay, which give or take always means like give, but it's whatever. You guys are probably so confused on what this video even is. It was mainly just to review the clutch, but I feel like I've already reviewed the clutch. You know what we can do? We can go back to my house, and Jesus Christ, it is hot in here. We can go back to my house. I just realized I never showed you guys my actual clutch and everything that came out of the car. And I think I'll wrap up the video there. I just wanted to get some drive miles, update you guys a little bit on what's going on with the whole car and why I didn't upload for a little bit. Not that you guys were probably waiting for an upload, but Jesus, I don't want that blowing in the mic. Okay, I think this is where I'm gonna end off the video. Actually, after I show you guys the clutch. So here's the clutch disc itself. It's really not even like bad whatsoever. Here's, that's a little bit bad. You guys can see some hot spots. Definitely rode it a few times, a little bit more than once. Here's the flywheel, but a little bit of hot spots. Nothing like crazy. Don't think many people made it this far because this video is probably gonna be pretty boring, not gonna lie. But if you guys made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys very, very soon. There's many more videos to come. I'm so ready to start recording stuff on this car, get everything thrown in. I know I say this like every time, but whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. I just remembered I don't have the clutch, so I can't take a thumbnail with it.
Listen.